Tensions between governments and governor, especially in three southern states of Telangana, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala, is no secret. It has played out publicly in the last few months. However, things have escalated in Telangana with the government approaching the Supreme Court seeking directions to Governor of Telangana, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan. On this episode of State of Play, I tell you what is brewing in Telangana between the Chandrasekhar Rao government and the governor, Tamilisai Soundararajan, and how now questions are being raised about welfare of the citizens of Telangana, administrative process, and federal structure of India. I am Anusha Ravi Sood. Welcome to the show. On 2nd of March, the top bureaucrat of Telangana, Santi Kumari, approached the Supreme Court with a petition. The petition is on behalf of the Telangana government asking the Supreme Court's intervention in passing orders or giving directions to Governor of Telangana, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, to give assent to bills that are pending with her. Now, these are 10 bills, and 7 of these bills have been pending with Tamilisai Soundararajan since September last year. The Telangana government, in its petition via its chief secretary to the Supreme Court, has said that the inordinate delay shown by the governor in clearing these bills, in either giving assent or seeking clarifications or outrightly rejecting these bills, sending them back to the legislature, the inordinate delay is causing administrative problems, is causing governance problems. Telangana government has sought the Supreme Court's intervention in ensuring that the governor clears these bills that are pending with her. It may sound strange to some, why would a government go to the court against its own governor? But this is not new at all. In fact, in Telangana, just in this year alone, there have been 2 other instances where courts have been requested to intervene in an issue between the governor and the government. This is just from January this year. I will get into the details of those 2 cases a little later. But in this particular petition before the Supreme Court, the Telangana Chief Secretary, in a special leave petition, has asked the Supreme Court to intervene under Article 32 of the Indian Constitution. Now, this article empowers the Supreme Court to provide remedial measures to enforce rights of the state in this particular case. Now, in this petition, the Telangana government has said that the governor's inordinate delay in deciding on bills that are pending with her, 10 bills as of now, 7 of them pending with Tamilisai Soundararajan since September last year. These bills not getting the governor's assent has started to hamper administration and governance, and Telangana government has asked the Supreme Court to pass directions, to give directions to Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan to decide on these bills in a time-bound manner. Among the bills pending before the governor, many are related to universities, including private universities bill. There are other finance bills or taxation bills like the motor vehicle taxation bill. There are Panchayat Raj bills, etc. pending with the Telangana governor as of now. If the government is taking measures to go to the Supreme Court, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan is not one to stand back and watch. She is extremely angry. In fact, so angry that the governor took to her personal Twitter handle to tweet her angst, her irritation with the government. In fact, calling the chief secretary out for allegedly not following protocol. In a series of tweets after Telangana government approached the Supreme Court, Telangana's governor, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, alleged that the CS had gone all the way to the Supreme Court. She could have just come to Raj Bhavan, which is much closer. In fact, she said Raj Bhavan is closer than Delhi. She also alleged that the chief secretary had not followed protocol, had not even visited her on a courtesy, or not paid her a courtesy visit, etc. However, the BRS party, the Bharat Rashtra Samiti party, which was previously TRS, Telangana Rashtra Samiti party, BRS party leaders were quick to post pictures of the chief secretary participating in a flag hoisting event alongside Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan to counter her allegations that the CS had never met her, had never paid a courtesy visit, nor followed protocols. Now, this is just the latest in a long-standing counter and allegations and counter allegations between the government and the governor in Telangana. It dates back months. In fact, ever since Tamilisai Soundararajan took charge as the governor of Telangana. Like I said, this year alone, there have been 2 other instances where the court's intervention was sought to resolve an issue between the government and the governor in Telangana. One of them was a PIL that was filed when Telangana government decided it is not going to hold Republic Day parade. You see, Republic Day is when the governor delivers a speech, and the Telangana government decided it is not going to hold a Republic Day parade or celebrations, etc. And a PIL was filed in the Telangana High Court questioning the government's decision. The High Court then said that celebrations will have to be held according to protocol. However, the court did not indicate the location or the venue of where such an event or a celebration should be held. So the Telangana government put its foot down and insisted that celebrations can happen now that the court has ordered it, but made arrangements for these celebrations on Republic Day inside the premises of Raj Bhavan. No ministers of the Telangana government attended these celebrations. The chief minister was not present at this particular event. Only the chief secretary was present, and the Telangana governor, Tamilisai Soundararajan, expressed her anger, her irritation quite clearly through her speech that she made on Republic Day. That was one. Another instance was when the governor was refusing to clear budget files that were submitted by the Telangana government. Again, this year in January, the government then had to approach the High Court with just a few days left for a joint session of the Telangana legislature to come together, or very few days left for budget to be presented, to be tabled in the House, and the governor refusing to clear budget files. The Telangana government went to court, seeking the court's directions to the governor, asking the court to ask the governor, to direct the governor to clear these budget files, which are important. Later, it was the governor's office and representatives of the Telangana government who sat together and sorted out a formula. The governor's contention was that while the government was seeking her nod, her assent to budget files, they had not invited her to address a joint session of the legislature, which is convention. Finally, the Telangana government had to relent, and both of them decided that she would clear budget files along with the pending bills that were with her since September last year. However, the governor, while clearing budget files, refused to do so for the other pending bills. Hostility between Raj Bhavan, the governor's residence, and Pragati Bhavan, the chief minister's residence cum office, is so strong in Telangana that it has led to unprecedented scenarios where Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan has appeared on television debates, not interviews, not shows, but television debates, political debates, taking on spokespersons, leaders of the Bharat Rashtra Samiti to put across her points. While the BRS leaders and the Telangana government insist that the governor is acting like an agent of one single political party, the Bharatiya Janata Party, and acting against the welfare of the state, Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan has made her stand categorically clear that she, as governor, is only executing her powers, her authority, and demands that the state government too honor and respect the position of the governor and extend the same courtesies, same protocols that they would have had it been anybody else occupying that particular constitutional post. Multiple times in the past, Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan has insisted that the Telangana government has refused to follow protocol, whether it is when she is being received at various venues where officials or ministers in charge are not present to receive her. During her travel across Telangana, the transportation is not extended to her, security detail is not given to her, protocol is not followed. Meetings with chief ministers, with ministers, officials are not conducted as per protocol, is her allegation. In fact, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan has also alleged that the government has tapped her phones in Raj Bhavan. On the other hand, the government insists that the governor is violating convention, is overstepping from her role and interfering with governance and administration of a democratically elected ruling party in Telangana. BRS's big allegation against Tamilisai Soundararajan is that she behaves like an agent of the Bharatiya Janata Party. It is interesting to note that just before she was appointed as the governor of Telangana, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan was the state president of BJP in Tamil Nadu. BRS has its own set of complaints and irritations that it puts out against Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan, right from her opening up the gates of Raj Bhavan for people to come meet her, directly speak to her about their grievances, and she assuring that she will resolve their problems, to her traveling across the state to supervise various developmental work, to pull up officials, etc., across the state. The BRS insists that all of these indicate that the governor wants to run a parallel administration. That is the allegation of the BRS, when there is already a duly elected government executing its roles and responsibilities. BRS's big allegation against the governor is also that the governor is refusing to listen to the voice of the people or voice of the legislature, which has tabled a bill, which has debated a bill, which has passed a bill and sent it across to the governor for her assent. If the governor does not agree with the bill, the governor is free to seek clarifications from the government, either reject it or accept it. Although there is no set timeline or a time frame within which a governor is supposed to give assent or reject a bill, many governors, this has been an allegation in Tamil Nadu and in Kerala as well, that governors sit on these bills for inordinate time. They sit on these bills, neither rejecting them nor accepting them, causing deep, deep disturbances in the state of affairs, in the plans of the ruling party, is the allegation that is leveled against these governors. Telangana's ruling party, BRS2, has similar allegations against Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan. Although governors are the head of the state, governors are the ones who appoint chief ministers, governors who hold constitutional positions are the ones who administer the oath of office to the chief minister and the council of ministers. The council of ministers serve at the pleasure of the governor. This is still only a nominal, a titular post. Conventionally, governors are expected to work in tandem with a duly democratically elected government and ensure smooth administration and governance in every state. Over the years, states that have a government from any of the opposition parties currently, whether it is Telangana, West Bengal, New Delhi, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, etc., have pointed to how governors have increasingly begun interfering in administrative and governance decisions of a duly elected government. In fact, these opposition parties have gone to the extent of deeming governors an impediment in the smooth functioning of states' legislature. As recently as this week, leaders of many opposition parties have written a letter to the Prime Minister, the likes of Chandrasekhar Rao, Mamata Banerjee, Akhilesh Yadav, Farooq Abdullah, Tejasvi Yadav, Arvind Kejriwal have written to the Prime Minister alleging misuse of central agencies and also offices of governor in being intrusive, in intervening and being disruptive to administrative and governance process in each of these states. In their letter to the Prime Minister, these opposition parties have said that offices of governors across the country are acting in violation of constitutional provisions and are frequently hindering the governance in state. They go on to add that this is willfully undermining democratically elected state governments and are obstructing governance. At the end of this letter, all of these leaders point to something very, very important. They point to how misuse of central agencies and misuse of governor's office in interfering with governance and administration is nothing but a threat to the spirit of cooperative federalism. Federalism. That is the question that leaders of these political parties who have written to the Prime Minister have raised, whether this should be seen as a violation of federalistic principles of India, that somebody appointed by the union government via the president, a governor, interfering in the day-to-day affairs, administration and governance of states, especially when it comes to clearing bills. Now, these bills are tabled, debated, passed in houses full of MLAs, MLCs who have been elected by the voters, by the people. Laws are made for the welfare of this particular voters, citizens, people. And when a governor shows inordinate delay in either giving an assent or rejecting these bills, if this becomes a violation of the people's will, of the House's will, when they seek answers from the Prime Minister on cooperative federalism, leaders of these political parties also deem this condemnable, that Central agencies and governors' offices are being misused to settle political scores. After the huge controversy over Tamilagam and Tamil Nadu between the government of Tamil Nadu and the governor of Tamil Nadu, the union government did intervene and white flags seems to have been raised. But tensions continue to brew in all these three southern states between the government and the governor. Thank you so much for watching this episode of State of Play. Do stay tuned to latest updates on what is brewing in the South here on thesouthfirst.com. I am Anusha Ravi Sood. Thank you so much for watching.